Hello everybody, I'm here with you guys again today for a little bit of painting again. My name is Auburn from Burn Studio. Thank you guys for checking in on my channel, and make sure you subscribe. Greatly appreciate that. And today I thought this would be great with Mother's Day coming up to do a little bit of a tutorial on doing a floral vase. But this one's a little different because on this one we're actually going to be working with a black painted background. So first, let me go over supplies real quick. If you are just doing whatever you have from home and you have a used canvas, you could paint it black. If you need a kit from me, I can send you a kit with all the colors because these colors are specific. I have in this set aqua, aqua green, turquoise, white, and off-white, black, copper, gold, and Naples yellow. It's lots of fun. Now, of course, you could do these in any colors you have. I just thought they were real pretty with this one here. I mean, and it shimmers. I came outside today to paint, just so you can kind of see all the stuff that shimmers in there. So I'm going to go ahead and get us started. But I'm going to have to move the camera a little bit. Oh. So you could do this, you could sketch with a pencil or you could sketch with chalk. So I actually like to grab my kids' sidewalk chalk. That works just as well. So here I go, my jumbo old chalk. And you're gonna start with your line for your foreground to middle ground. It's about 1 finger length up. Goes all the way across there. Doesn't have to be super duper straight. I might have to turn this so I can draw a little bit better where y'all can still see too. There we go. Then on both sides, I'm going to do just like a parenthesis. And come on this side here and that side on the opposite. So that gives that vase shape. Now I'm going to start, everything is very loose with the sketching here. So when I start coming in with my flowers, it's just going to be like a loose little flower. I don't even care if I have all the detail work. You can add in the little squares or rectangles for leaves. Now the main key here is that these little rosette blossom top things that I've created, they're going to be hugging each other. So they're going to be real close. And you want to have some bigger, some smaller. This one could be a little tiny one. Now, as always, in any of my videos, when you're working in here and you're following along with me, it's okay to pause if you need to. That might be a little bit better right there, huh? Let's get that over. That glare seems to be popping onto my blank canvas there. Okay. So I like to have an odd number. So I did 5 here. And then you can come in, again, like I said, with some leaves. We're going to have some sticks that come around. I think I'm going to make this one a little bit smaller. And that's what's nice about painting with chalk. Just whop it away. So I have room for another stick, because I like the little sticks. As well as one that comes down right there. Maybe one more right here. Add some leaves in this area. Like I said, you could come up with your own ideas about where you want your leaves and your little petals and stuff too. This one's already going to be different than my original. That's okay. Now, other supplies that I'm going to talk about real quick. Again, if you're ordering burn boxes from me, everything will be in there. But mostly if you're doing this on the smaller kits, you just need one small flat brush because it's a lot smaller. This is on an 11 by 14. So if you have a bigger kit, you'll have a medium-sized brush, small round brush, a palette knife, and then one thing I suggest, because it's fun, you don't have to, you can do it with the brushes, but just find around your house an old toothbrush or maybe a new toothbrush to come in for some splatter painting today. All right, I'm going to keep that in there. So first thing I'm going to do is do a little bit of foreground right here, and I'm going to come in with my medium-sized brush. If you did my other tutorial on palette knife and you want to do all of the pot in here with a palette knife, you can definitely do that. Let's scoot this just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And so I'm going to be coming in with a few things. I'm going to be coming in with the off-white, the white, a little bit of black, just for now, and then later we'll come on top with the copper. So with the off-white, I'm just going to throw in some paint here. So my brush is slightly damp, coming back and forth, okay? A little bit, it doesn't even bother me if I didn't completely cover it up. Then I'm going to come on both sides, trying to do a nice smooth motion. Now, if you pre-painted your canvas yourself, or if you got a pre-painted canvas from me, it will naturally pull up a little bit of that black paint, and that's actually okay. I feel like it adds a little bit of depth to it, so no worries at all there. Then I'm going to come in with some Naples into the center of the pot, as well as some white. Kind of slapping in that paint. Now, if you are a natural blender and you're like, oh, I want to blend it, blend away. I'm trying to keep a little bit more of a shorter, concise video for you guys. But definitely enjoy it. Have fun with all the blending of the colors. Okay, that's coming in good there. Now I added in Naples and yellow up top, so I'm going to do that down below too. If you're like, what is Naples? It's kind of like a soft yellow color. So if you only have yellow, just add a lot of white to it. Come in there. And then just a little bit of some white on the sides. You notice when these brush strokes that I'm doing, I'm painting this direction, like that, this direction. And I'm not making it all solid the same color. I like to leave some of those lines in there, because I feel like that gives it a little bit more of a fluid feel. Now I'm going to come back up here. I'm going to add a little bit more of that kind of soft white on this side. Now, you notice I turn it like this direction. Paint it skinny. Go flat this way. Back up. All right. On this side, for this round, I'm going to add more white. Excuse me, I have a little bit of allergies today. It's a great day to be painting though. It feels great outside. All right. So I have a lot of my lights in there. Now I need to come in with some other things. First of all, my light is coming from this side. You can choose. Your light could be coming in here, here, but, and you know, if that means my light, it's a little bit lighter on this side, I'm going to add my shadow more on the opposite. And a little bit more white. So I have a dirty brush right now. I'm going to get it damp, tap it out, add a corner tip of black. Just a tiny bit of black right there on the corner tip of my brush. And I'm going to come underneath the vase, painting this way. I call that painting skinny. That's painting chunky, painting skinny. Underneath the vase on this side, and then flowing just a little bit down. It blends with some of those colors great. And I can come in with that black just a tiny bit on this side, and then I want to bring in some of that black underneath where my little petals are going to be. And I can fill in some spots there. Fun! Now, if you're like, man, I kind of want to put some turquoise or some of those other colors on the bottom, then do it. It's fun. You can do whatever you want. It's your painting. I'm going to clean up my brush. And I am going to come in with, actually, you know what? I'm going to wait on the browns till later. I'm going to go ahead and start color blocking in all of my flowers. So I guess technically I didn't need to clean out my brush. It's been a while since I painted this one. I originally painted this one for a spring painting for Mother's Day for at the studio. And we haven't been able to reopen yet. So here we are. So when I come in here, I'm coming with the off-white and some more pure white, but I'm really just going to come in with the off-white first. And I'm just kind of more doing a swirling, tilting my hand motion this time. and filling in those little rosettes. See how I'm swirling it and turning it different directions? It doesn't matter to me if there's a little bit of black showing. That's fine. And I actually think it's even better if your circles are not perfect. You know, like you could come here and then this could be like off. More like a knots of a rope would be a good example. And remember, they're still hugging, so they're going to be real close to each other. Just have a little bit of space in that middle point. I have another one here. Then you got to decide, okay, which ones do I want to be, you know, because they are going to be all squished together. But you might decide, like, I want this one to be more in front. So I'm going to bring those colors in front for that one. Okay, now I'm going to come in with where my little leaves are going to be. But now I'm going to dip my brush, not even clean it, with some white. So I know, like, I'll have one here. They don't even have to be perfect. And then when I'm doing this with the white of the leaves, then randomly I'm going to come in and just do a stroke. See that? Into one of my little flowers. Maybe one side and then a little bit on the other side. Just to start practicing. And this is the stroke I'm doing. I'm going like whoop, 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 coming back and forth. Add another here. Now we go whoop. That's what I'm saying. Whoop, whoop. I like to make up my own sounds as I'm painting. It makes it more exciting. And yes, sometimes I do like to talk in a different accent. That also makes it fun. All right, here's this one. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Coming swooping around. I got a leaf over here. Whoop, whoop. Oh, see, it's starting to build there, isn't it? Oh, I already feel so much more relaxed. What a beautiful day it is. Okay. So I started with that off-white color. Then I came in with white on the leaves. And then I came in with my little boops inside there. Now, while you have that white on there, if you're like, man, I don't know, maybe I need a little bit more here into my vase. Now that it's dried, you could add a little bit more, or a little bit more, some white down here. You can do that as well. I'm going to go ahead and put this brush in my cup, saving that right there. Okay, so now it's time for some funkiness. I like to start coming in with the turquoise into the flowers, then the aqua green into the leaves. Now this is loose. Okay, again, got one of my burn boxes. You'll get step-by-steps going in here with these different areas. So loose is just like whew, whew, flowing, not doing a lot of blending. So you can keep doing this with your medium flat brush, or you can dive down to your small round. I'm kind of feeling like I'm probably going to end up diving back in because I'm feeling the chunkiness today. I got the quarantine chunky going, so I'm going to might have to bring that in some more. So come in here. See how it's loose? Around my leaves. Oh, I grabbed my aqua. My bad. So sorry, that was my aqua. Now I'm going to show you the difference of the two colors. You might be like, huh? Which one's which? It's really not a big deal, but the aqua is what we're going to use on the leaves, and then the turquoise is more what we're going to use into the flowers. But you can do a little bit of both. So I'm going to go back to turquoise into my flowers. Hey, I'm just painting and having a good time. So I come in here a little bit on this side, a little bit on the other. Then I'm almost going to like randomly, it doesn't even have to completely fill a shape. See that? I almost dipped in my other color again. See, it doesn't have to completely outline it. I might even could have like a line here. It's almost like electric. Okay, more turquoise fun. So line, pop another color. Doo-doo. So you notice a kind of a theme. I'm kind of like this way, that way. Oh, this one could even come over here on that side. And if you're like, well, where do I decide to come in? Don't overthink it. Just do it. I'm just coming from one side with a line and then the other. I just don't want, you know, just have fun. Just come in and have fun. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, you can or cannot particularly do this one thing or the other, because that takes out some of the joy of painting in some ways. But I am just, see that? It's like a C and a backwards C, or a parenthesis opposite. Oh, I accidentally got some aqua in there. Who cares? That's fine. This way, this way. Pop, lock, and drop it. Boom. My kids say I'm cringy. That's okay. So now I'm still not even going to clean my brush, and I have in now the aqua green. And I'm going to do a little sponge in the center. I don't feel like it has to be perfect, so I'm just smudging it. That's what I'm saying. Loosey-goosey, y'all. All in the center of those. Now, we got to do that same thing into the petals. All my petals around. I'm just slapping in the paint. Slap it in. Yeah. Oh, I missed one. Definitely want to have one over here. Maybe another one. And some of these could even just not even be filled in. You know, that's kind of fun. Or I could even lighten it up with some more white. Like, put a little flow of some color there. Now I'm going to start coming in with, still have a dirty brush. Now if you're like, it's driving me crazy, then clean your brush. Driving you crazy. But I'm going to put in just a little bit of inside my blue lines with some yellow. The Naples yellow. And this same technique could really be done with any colors. Oh, it's nice and thick. Now, I'm going to stop here on this one, and I'm going to switch because I've been teaching a little bit about palette knife. So now I'm going to come in and show you how, if you have a palette knife, you can do this. If you don't have a palette knife, you can get one from me at the Burn Box. But I am just going to show you some of the stuff here. So with this foreground, I could have easily come in just a little bit. I'm doing those same colors we did earlier. And this would be a scraping. Oh, that's kind of nice. Could even add in a little bit of some of that Naples. I can do the same thing as scraping this way. Oh, I accidentally got some aqua. I like it. I'm gonna leave it. Happy little accident right there. Slicing across there. And you might be like, oh, I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna come in with my fingers and smooth some areas out. Do that. Come bring back in your brush. I really like it here on this area. I think I want to keep my pot itself more smooth, but it's just what you're in the mood for, you know. You could come up here on the top part, and I would use the end of my palette knife. Sorry, I have paint all over my hands. That's how I live. And you could come in and scrape in some color. Now this will make it a little bit more messy. Where I use the end here and I scrape it. Oh, then if you really get too much paint, you could scrape even further, and it'll make that black show back up in the center, especially right there. That's kind of fun. You could do that with a palette knife, or you could do that with actually black paint. I just wanted to show you real shortly. If you wanted to play with the palette knife, this is a great time to come in and play with it. If you're like, I don't have a palette knife, I don't care about all that jazz, then you would just still be blending and or adding those little loose areas with your medium or your small brush. Around and around and around to go. I mean, it's kind of just fun just to dive in. I'm liking it. I really like the scraping. We're taking away of some of that black there. You know, just a little bit here and there. It feels like it just kind of makes it more unique. So I am getting that scraped off just a tiny bit. Isn't that fun? Do the same thing in the center. So if you didn't have a palette knife, then you would end up doing that with a brush. So I'm going to go back down to my small round brush and keep filling in areas. This time maybe I do want to come in with some of that aqua green, or maybe some more Naples in some areas. Loose, loose. I did like this more blended though. I'm going to smooth that out. I also am going to do, I always feel like this painting's electric. I just do random zit, little zit right there. Another one underneath. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do some loose lines with the black. Like I already scraped it off here, but I'm going to show people that don't have a palette knife. And also I want to have a little bit of some loose black lines. You can come inside and at the bottom of your vase. Here. But I could definitely do some little dots inside. If you're a big fan of that and you're like, I want to do some more black, do that too. Nice. Okay. Do some loose lines around some of these if I wanted to. Painting is about exploring and obviously having fun. That is correct. Hopefully you are having fun. So now I'm going to start coming in with my metallics. I love it. Oh, can't wait. I'm going to do the copper first for my little stick stemmy things that are going to come all the way around. So you just have a little bit of copper paint, goes a long way. There on my brush. I could come in here and just do like a little zzz. So it's almost like I'm pulling it. I could roll it. My thumb and forefinger. Do a few little pop, 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 little dots. There's that other little stem. I know, I'm making too many weird noises today. I think I've been stuck inside with the children too long. Do some little copper in this area, in the centers. Maybe some going off. And a big key too is like knowing when you need to stop, or when is it too much. And for me, I find a few things that can help me know when have I done too much, when do I need to stop. And that is standing up and stepping back for sure. And also taking a picture of it, you know, pausing, taking a picture, looking at the picture, walk away, come back again. So those are some fun little tidbits you could definitely do there. So now I got some little dots I'm adding in here and there. Mostly just focusing in the background on these little areas. Then you could come back with your palette knife or just stick with that same little brush. Put in a little of that copper in the base foreground. I like that. Now you know what it's time for. Gold! Cleaning my brush out. Now I like to add a little bit of gold in the centers. If your black is still wet, you might want to wait on that. And then I like to add gold to the little sprigs as well. Just little dots. It's like an explosion of metallic fun right here. All around on those. I love metallics. They're so much fun. I might have gotten a little carried away with bringing this one all the way out. But that's what's also nice about painting on a black canvas. If you got a little carried away, you could just come back in with black paint. No worries. Yeah, this one's a little bit much, so I could definitely, you know, scrape some of that away with a palette knife or come back in with black paint. So now I'm going to go ahead, and like I said, yours might not be dry yet. You have the option of not being, you know, you can take your time here, but mine is still a little wet, but I'm going to go ahead and do some dots in the center. I'm just having to wipe it off in between. There we go. Now, one last time, I'm going to come in, I'm going to clean my brush. And this is, again, another good time to stand up and step back. Because when I kind of lean back here, I feel like I could use a little bit more some black in this flower. Maybe all of them, just a little bit. And then bring back the gold again. Okay, so I'm definitely loose today. So now I want to come in and try just to clean it up just a little bit. And I'm going to do that with white. So cleaning my brush. Coming in with just pure white inside some areas. You might have to clean your brush several times here, but that white is going to make it pop and come more forward again. Even add some white to the leaves. Still doing that same motion of flowing around. And if, like I said, if it's wet, you can let it dry. And every time I'm laying this paint in pretty thick. Pop it, pop it. And also, you know, realizing like which one's in front. I want this one to be in front. So I want to put that white in front and over that one. Okay, laid in the white there. I feel like even I need a little bit more, you know, white or anything on the pot, you could do that, or bring in some more white here. Now I have to add white to the little stems and to the center. Now some of these can be a little bit, you can even use the back end of your brush. You could dip it and do little dots. Kind of running low on my white, so I'm just gonna, there, a few there. But I'm trying to make these a little bit more dainty. A little more dainty. In the center. I hope you guys are having a good time painting today and enjoying my tutorial. Make sure you leave me a comment or subscribe to my channel. And I always look forward to having feedback on something else that you think might be fun to do. I felt like I needed to bring those leaves back just a tiny bit. This is towards the end where at this stage is, I always say fiddle and have fun. So you might need another coat on some areas. The black might be popping back through, so you might be like, I want to go ahead and do one more round, or you know, maybe I do want to do a little bit of some, you know, blue over here. Now there's a really fun thing that's next, and it's the end, the finale, other than of course, you know, signing it, is you need to come in and do a little splatter painting. So I have a wet toothbrush here. I'm going to tap it out so it's not dripping way too much. And I'm going to do the splatters in the background with my metallics, but you could honestly do them with any of the colors that you want. But I'm going to do it with my gold. So I'll get just enough on that toothbrush, you can see there. Just a little bit, it's all in the bristles. Then I have the back end of the brush facing you. And I come here on the outside and I just lightly, so if you were my canvas, I'm just going to whoop, whoop, flick it like that. Oh, I almost flicked my own phone. Oh yeah, that's fun. I mean, I definitely sometimes go a little overboard with splattering, but hey, I like a splatter. See it captured there? Isn't that cool? So, after you've done splattering, and let's say you have one that's a mess up, all you have to do is get a wet napkin, wipe it away, maybe dabble in a little bit of black. I do see one little spot right here. Make that line a little more straight. I didn't even notice it until I did my signature. But that essentially is it for today. And if there are any mothers out there watching the video, I hope you have a happy Mother's Day. And I know I've enjoyed painting with you guys today, so send me your pictures. I want to see your flowers. I want to see what you came up with. And until next time, see you guys soon.